A serial offender. Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got an email sitting, waiting to be answered.
Hey, so just wanted to touch on this first season of the TNT series, and then just kind of wanted to go on a couple little highlights on it, and then talk a little bit about the new season and a little surprise that we're going to be doing for it.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. So for the first season, I thought it was pretty good. I think we have 36 people signed up now.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been averaging anywhere from 10 to 14 people. I think was our highest was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fast guys in there. We got a mix of everything, and I saw a lot of drivers improving, which was pretty cool. SRE Boss, he got his first win on the very last round. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. So he's getting a lot of fifths, and then to see him get that win is pretty cool. Mr. JP Dub 07, he's pretty rapid. He's pretty quick right from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we the Kevin. Yeah.
What about
just couldn't shake that guy. I just couldn't shake him.
What about that your Volton guy?
Yeah.
He's participated a couple of times. He's been absolutely rapid.
Yeah.
This is too fast for me.
Yeah. The last round was Laguna Seca. I don't know what I was thinking. I hate that track. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it'd be awesome to have 2 tiers, but I don't think we're quite there yet. I'm hoping it was a lot of people not joining because it's mid-season, I hope. So I'm hoping with the start of the next season in a week from tomorrow, I'm hoping for a bigger turnout. So I'm going to start posting that up here in the next day or so for round 1.
How many names are in the pot for season 2?
We did. Me and Kevin did a tag to see about how many we'd have, and we had like 11 respond, but
right.
I'm hoping more will get in. So.
Yeah.
Yep. So. Yeah. So I'm going to keep posting like crazy. The last half of the season, I didn't really post much on Facebook. It's just been my household is hectic. So I'm hoping to really.
Dale, there's no sound on you at all. It's saying the guys in the chat. Yeah. So it's exciting times. I think the first season that you turned off was, in my eyes, a very good, slow but good starter.
Yeah, I think so.
Everyone now knows what TNT is.
Yeah,
this is
dynamite.
Season 2. That's shocking. He's got them all right. Also, this season is now time to build and get as many drivers in as possible. You want people messaging saying, "Can I get in? Can I get in?" Sorry, there's a full grid. And then that's when it starts getting to the position where folk, they really want to get into it, and then that's when you can start getting a bit more interest. That's how tacos and Sunday sim racing gear. Real sim gear and late night tequila slammers all started out quite low, and then now we're getting like on average between 15 and 19 drivers and slammers.
Yeah.
Tacos, we've now got 2 tiers in PS5, 1 tier in PS4. It's brilliant.
I think the American leagues might come alive once you guys are able to procure PS5s, because this summer
I think that'll help.
This summer on PC we're getting the American DLCs, we believe, which means that you'll get the American tracks. It's pretty much decided, but they've not announced it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that way anyway. So I'm pretty sure by the late part of the year that update will be coming to PS5, and hopefully you guys will be able to get your PS5s by then, because I think that would really it'd be more appealing for American guys to be able to drive in American tracks. So if you can do series in American tracks and mix it in with your other tracks, I think it will really blow up over there for you.
I think so. It's just a lack of supply right now. Anytime I get a notification, I go to check. It's just gone. So hopefully that'll change here soon.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping. So me and Kev, we were talking a little bit, and we got a little incentive. We're hoping to maybe attract more. So we're going to actually be given a trophy, a physical trophy, to the winner of the championship for season 2.
That's exciting. So all their hard efforts, and they get to have a nice wee. Oh, there we go.
So there's 3 colors to choose from. There's red, blue, and black.
So is that gold, bronze, and silver then?
And
so this might be the gold
with the black
and
then, with the black in the center there.
And then that would be like your silver.
Yeah.
And then maybe your bronze then. I still like
one of them.
Still like the fact that it says free and unlimited text.
Yeah.
So you can put in a lot that you want.
Well, that's quite an exciting prospect. So they get to have a wee trophy and their name goes on it. Now, do they keep that trophy forever, or does it get relinquished in the next season?
Nope. It'll be theirs to keep.
Hey!
Yeah. Yep. It'll be theirs to keep. So
we'll stay on the gold one for now.
Yeah.
I think it's like about 14 or 17 inches tall, something like that, I believe.
Oh, it's a big one.
That's a bit. Yeah. That's about that, isn't it? 17 inches.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So
that's about 6 inches. So no.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them.
So we got that going on to maybe attract more guys.
Sure.
So
it can't do any harm, can it?
No, we thought it'd be fun.
Some of the other leagues, we might follow suit and kind of jump on board with that bandwagon and start giving the guys an incentive. I mean, there's already incentives for winning certain leagues anyway, like free t-shirt and stuff, but trophies, awesome. Yeah. Trophies, your name's engraved on it. It's something special
so we'll
about
that. So we'll put their PlayStation gamer tag on there, and then the name of the series on there, and the year on it. So
excellent, cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
If you were Crazies, if Crazies was on there, he'd have like 7 of them just now.
Yeah, I think Crazies might, just because he wants one of those trophies, he's probably just not going to sleep every Thursday night.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't go over the same rule where at the end of the 5 trophies he gets a diamond. It'd be too expensive.
I might just contact my bosses and say, right, listen, can I get every Friday off and just race every Thursday to fight for
There you go.
trophies?
There you go. Yep.
If I'm ever off, I'm always going to race regardless. So
it's cool seeing you hop in.
Is the series still running under the same format?
So it'll be pretty much the same format. For this season, we were doing 50-minute races, but with smaller grids, we shortened them up quite a bit, just so you're not racing by yourself. So we cut it down. We'll be doing 40 minutes Each series, there's a double sprint in there, along with a 1 hour, 20-minute endurance in the mix also.
What date's that?
That one is June 9th at Brands Hatch at night.
I'll be there.
You'll be late for work that day then?
I'm off that week.
Right.
So that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
My daughter's birthday's on the 6th, so I'm off that week. Yes. Excellent. Excellent.
And then it's going to be eight rounds again. If we can get those full grids, it'd be pretty cool to maybe stretch it out to 10, maybe 12 rounds. But we'll stick with the 8 for now, and then start off at Monza in a week.
It's a good wee amount, isn't it? It's not too laborious. 8 rounds is enough to fight for him with the new point system. I say every single week the new point system makes things so tight.
Oh man, yeah. It for season 1, it made it pretty tight to where in the end, Kev, he had two bad rounds on Laguna Seca. There is a double sprint, and he won it by 11 points. So
yeah,
so it kept
tight.
It pretty close. Yeah, it kept it close.
Second race, Georgie was having a few problems with his back tyres.
Oh man, I
ended up having to leave your stream. I felt sorry for you. I was like, I'm watching the stream and it's got to be killing him.
Yeah, is me and the track, we don't get along at all. It's that darn corkscrew every time.
It's funny. It's the one American track that's actually on there just now, and it's over your side of the country as well, California.
It is. Yep. Yeah.
As it's a tricky track because of the sand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's sand on the track and sand right off the.
Can I just interject and say we currently have 11 people watching our stream at the moment. Hello guys, thanks for coming in.
Hello.
Just keep the messages coming. Any questions you want to ask on the live feed, by all means. I've got something here that we never covered off last week.
Yes.
By Woody himself. It's not necessarily a question. It's actually a statement he's making. It's more of a what do you call it, like a driving ethic that people could perhaps take on board regarding all the changes, all the kind of new rules, etc. And obviously keeping with the league staying as competitive as it possibly can as well, which is the balance that we're trying to strike. We're trying to strike a balance where we're trying to be as strict as we can and teetering on the edge of making it as competitive and fun at the same time, so that everyone taking part is getting to place as best they can. So we'll go over that later on, and thanks for sending it, Woody. We'll get it on there as soon as we can. So is there anything else that you want to, apart from your new OnlyFans page that you're going to promote as well, is there anything else that you would like to
due to popular demand, we got it coming.
So lock up your wives, guys. George is going to start showing a bit of leg. He's already shown his biceps that have been tattooed to the wits. So.
Christopher's been very generous there, considering he's never seen it, calling it a leg.
No, his arm, his bicep.
You see the legs?
Well, it's that big you can read what's on it.
Are you calling a man fat now? What's wrong with you?
What does that say? Once upon a time, Jack and Jill went up a hill.
Yeah, I'll start putting a video up once a week for everyone.
Going round the whole body so they can see the whole story. Are you the same guy? What's that programme where the guy had the entire prison tattooed all over his body? The greatest, something to do with escaping from prison. And he took the top off and he'd let all the plans to the entire prison tattooed everywhere on his body.
Oh wow!
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called now.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you look like. He's been in prison before and they broke it using his map and his arm. So TNT guys,
yep.
Season 2's coming. It's going to explode.
We're hoping so. Yep. So
yes,
but that's really about what I got on the new season. But it starts in a week, like I said, and it'll be 8 rounds again, ending at Laguna Seca again.
We got Gio in the chat has put up a wee message saying, when are we going to have a US versus EU showcase race?
I think there's probably enough of you guys across the pond
Yeah.
For us to get something on the go, so we could make it like a charity thing, or we'll spitball some ideas.
I think
we will. That'd be cool.
Probably have to make it a weekend. That way, the European guys would be getting on about 8-9 o'clock, and you guys would be doing early morning probably for the East Coast,
that'd be
West
cool.
Coast. But we can work out the times and see if that would actually work.
Yeah. Red, blue, and white livery, and blue and white for Europe.
Yeah,
blue, white, green, I would say.
Why would you go blue and white? The European colours are what, blue and yellow?
No,
yellow stars? Is it no yellow stars around the blue flag?
I think you're correct, actually.
So blue and
because then we'll start looking like Fresh Brizzo and Hutch's bloody minion cars.
No, but see, you would make it a fully blue car with just a wee bit of yellow trim.
Still look like a minion.
It wouldn't look like a minion. Minions are yellow with a tint of blue. Don't you try and confuse me. I've seen Minions many a time. And Despicable Me.
Minions versus Americans.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do it.
I know you're a bit kind of pushed for time tonight, so we won't keep you on too long, George, because I know you've got some plans today. But the wee special kind of announcement from you is great. So everyone, season 2 starts next week, next Thursday, and it's going to be trophies in it for first, second, and third spot.
Just first. It'll be just first. So just first. Those 3, the winner gets to choose the color.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah,
that was 3 trophies.
That was my fault as well, because I was saying gold, silver, and bronze.
No.
Yeah, so the winner will get to pick which one they want: the red, the blue, or the black.
Right.
What about pink? Is there no pink?
No.
Gamer's not driving.
Yeah. If he is driving, we'd find one.
Find him a pink one.
So what car are you driving next time, Georgie?
Tossing between the AMG or the McLaren.
I think you must. I don't know for fully because I've only seen the one race, but I don't think you enjoyed that Ferrari so much in that last race that you would pick it again next season.
No, I do like it. It's like driving with a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
I feel like that thing just wants to just get away from you. You'll be doing the same thing over and over and over, and then just one time it'll bite you.
Yeah, it's like the wife, like the wife when you come home from work. She could snap at any point.
Guys, we've got Michael Races is saying hello, the best looking man in FRL. Hi, Chris and George too.
Yes, thank you, Michael. Thank you.
You bugger. That's it. I thought it with you, Michael. So, can we just before George goes, can we bring up the standings?
He's got 10 minutes left.
We want to talk about the standings. Come on.
You're a bully. You know that.
Get out. Get out. I love that gif that's on the thing. Get out.
Was it Thunder? Tuesday?
Thursday,
Thunder.
I just checked it and they're reset already.
Oh, are they?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Somebody jumped the gun.
So we can bring up the trophy room then.
Well, I'm sending you a link. Get on here and we'll talk to you.
Shout, Dale. Bring up the trophy link, the trophy page.
The trophy page?
Yeah, it should be on there potentially.
Alright, trophy room. Come on, bring up window, trophy room. Share. So, tackle Tuesday, GT Thursday. Tuesday Slammers, Endurance, Madness. Thursday night, there we go.
There we are, look at how tight that is at the top.
Yeah. It got pretty tight there. Yep. If I didn't have a couple bad races, it would have been even closer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you didn't have that bad one at Laguna Seca, because I know that We the Kev was having a bad race, I think you you could have taken it. Because it would have been close. At one point, you were in second place.
Yeah, I had first place for a little bit in both of them, but then this race 1, I had first for a little bit, and then I spun in the corkscrew, and then race 2 I had the lead and was feeling good, but then Mr. Boss just came up and
he did seem quite
quick.
I
couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
he was pretty solid that night. He was solid that night. But there's a couple tracks that were couple of my favorites that I was feeling I would do good, like Mazzano and Zandvoort. I really like them tracks, but I had terrible nights. I think I finished like 5th and 6th in each one.
Was it Zandvoort I raced on?
I think so, yeah.
I was just behind. I finished 7th, just behind you, I think.
Yeah, so I was pretty bummed that those 2 races. I really like those tracks, and I was bummed that I had terrible showing at each one.
No.
So
Kev paid me.
Just wasn't meant to be.
I mean,
what's that?
Kev, he paid me to door bang you. I mean,
yeah.
I'm glad you said that correctly. It could have gone wrong. This is a PC. Politically correct.
Very good.
Yeah.
So some of the more exciting tracks that are kind of coming up in the calendar. So starting at Monza, did you say?
So we are starting at Monza. Basically, we're going to do tracks that we haven't run yet. So we're going to go run at Monza, Donington, Snetterton, Barcelona, Brands Hatch, Suzuka, Zolder, and Laguna again. No Oldham Park, and
you clearly like to punish yourself for this Laguna Seca finale.
I know. I figure we gotta kind of run it with it being an American series and at Laguna, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's not an easy track.
I've grown to love Bathurst. It's now my favourite track. I love racing it. It's quite a clean race tonight, apart from the second last lap, and ended up going from 4th to 8th, I think.
Last.
Was it last I finished?
It was last.
Smashed my car, got a drive-through in the pits, and I'm like, oh no, and I was up to 4th.
There was, you weren't actually last, there was one person in front of you only because they had gone to the pits a couple of laps earlier and never came back out.
Bathurst, I have avoided it since getting the game.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Really? So with having the Australians in the league with you, you're going to eventually have to bring it up, are you not?
I know. Next round, next season, it'll have to come up because Bathurst and Oldham Park are not on this schedule, so and they have not been run yet, so they will be run next season.
I might turn up for Oldham Park. I quite like Oldham Park.
Just a random
I
show
mixed
up.
On that one also.
If it's got a full
Bathurst, yep, never.
Yeah. I mean, if it has a full grid, I won't show up. But if you're needing a couple extra people, I'll show up for that one maybe.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good time.
Maybe by then you'll actually not need me to show up though. You'll have lots of people joined.
That's the hope. We'll have full grids.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, it's coming.
I think it will come. You started off with a smaller amount and then ended up with more people. I could see from some of the did not finishes or did not start. Sorry, it just it depended. There was you had a lot of people there. It's just not everybody was able to run.
So we had a total of 22 different people race, but on the most part, it was 10 to 12, maybe 14 guys per round. There's a consistent 10 for sure, but I think we hit 14 once. So, but yeah, 22 different drivers.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That is
So
very good.
if you can just fine tune it, you'd maybe find the right times and the right maybe if it's easier to move days at some point, you can work all that out.
So I think you have just gained another alien. Fresh Briz in the chat has just said you might have a try at the TNT series.
Hey,
he is a tough customer to race against. Really tough.
I don't think I've had to face him yet.
Fresh, if you turn up with more than 20 ping, you have to sit in the pits for the first 2 laps.
No, my ping seems to be fine when I was racing.
We had
you're going to
issues
see
with
your ping as a normal ping anyway. You're not going to see what they see it as.
Unfortunately, we had problems with I Am Slow and Big Dom, I think, also.
Yeah.
They were having issues with ping.
I think they live in like a rural area, so it's probably quite difficult anyway to begin with.
Like in a cave with kangaroos.
Yeah. Dead trees.
I felt bad for I Am Slow each time too, because he would either be in the lead or qualify first, and he would just be gone.
Yeah,
that's mental.
Yeah.
I think it needs to transition over to the steering wheel. I think everyone needs to pitch in and bloody send this guy money so he can go and buy a steering wheel.
The steering wheel's not going to help his ping, Chris.
No, his ping just
Two
needs,
separate issues here.
he just needs to get on steering wheel. That's it. I'm using this as a platform to shout at him, to tell him to get on a steering wheel.
But what if he's one of these guys that he moves over to the steering wheel and it's just not working? Are you going to let him go back to controller?
No, it's fine. It gives us guys that are kind of really, really bad at the game a chance.
Yeah.
So, I think whilst you're here, George, you can maybe help us discuss this. This is what Woody himself sent in last week, and I missed it. I'm very sorry. So let's go over it tonight. He's put, "Hi FRL, not so much of a question, more of an opinion. As discussed with a few of us during the PS chat during a race, I know there was a lot of chat on the Discord on how to react during blue flags. I know when I first started racing in FRL, I used to panic and get out the way as soon as possible, which sometimes caused the lead cars to make more evasive action than was required. One thing I thought of is to explain how to react for the newcomers, for the new people that come to FRL Racing League, is to ask yourself how you would react whilst driving a car and there was an emergency service vehicle behind you. How would you move so they can pass safe? As requested, Chris, here's the email after the conversation. Regards, one damaged FRL Woodward after last night." I think we had a bit of a crazy race on Bathurst. We'll talk about that later on.
Was that when you tried to kill me?
Yes. I slammed on the brakes and your reaction was like a cat.
Yes, that's why I'm now injured for 2 weeks. I couldn't move the fast.
I never laughed so hard. I come away from that race and my eyeballs were streaming with tears with laughter.
I couldn't hit you. I can't be a chief steward for PC and hit the run into the back of you. I'd never live it down.
Last lap, and I seen Gio coming down the hill and I thought, here's my opportunity. Bang, took him out, absolute belter. So he's basically saying, how would you, if there was an ambulance or some sort of emergency service coming up behind you and you were the car in front, how would you move out the road for that car without sending you off the road and allowing them to pass safe?
It's simple.
Absolutely perfect scenario.
It's simple. It's the way most guys would do it is you move over, you slow down, and as they get past you, you pit over them. That's what we see week in, week out.
This is what we were trying in the Slammers last Tuesday. It was great.
No, I wasn't. I was trying to race.
I know for me, my third race with the FRL, it was at Misano. I crashed on the first lap, had a lot of damage, and I went and pitted. And so I was very far behind. I had fast guys come up behind me, like
non-stop.
Crazies, Chica, all sorts of fast guys coming up behind me. I myself
this sounds so mad.
Aware. I was just being aware, and when I just race and hold my line, but like a long straight, like the start finish straight, I would come around the corner, then just kind of move offline and just kind of check up off the throttle for a second and just let him go, and then fall right back in. And if I had more guys coming up, just go to the next straight, kind of veer off just a little bit, check up.
That's it. So
go,
this is the thing. That's a great point you've made there. If there's multiple guys coming up behind you, but there's a gap big enough for you to then slink in behind them. Oh, there we go. A beautiful FRL looking rules here that Gio himself has mastered.
So if we're going to talk about it, we may as well have up the actual rules as well.
Hang on a wee sec. So, yes, if there's multiple cars coming up, but there's a small enough gap, slink back in the gap, go around the corner, then in the next straight, don't put yourself out, don't actually whack your car off the track. And this seems to be happening quite a lot with the new guys. We beg you, just stay on the racing line, and eventually when you get onto a straight, as a lot of the new restructure of the blue flags has been kind of enforced and put out there, you'll find that the racing's going to get far more cleaner. The guys are now in a position where they're happy to wait until there's a clean spot again, we're going to have instances, and sometimes people get a bit complacent, but in the majority and the most part, the racing's getting far cleaner. The starts are getting far cleaner as well. I don't know if any of you seen last week, Taco,
PS5.
PS5, the start was absolutely brilliant. It was so clean.
Nice.
I think it was Bathurst. It wasn't until about 1.5 laps in there was a kind of small kind of altercation, but for the most part that's phenomenal with 29 cars on track.
Yeah.
So these blue flags here, that everything that's just highlighted in yellow there, the blue flags got touched on and revamped and changed recently. So just everyone, have a read of the rules. If there's any questions, you can contact Gio, you can contact myself, you can contact George, contact anyone. We'll keep you right. We'll keep you going.
I think it's worthwhile the guys also going in and looking at the GT4, GT3 blue flag situation just now as well, and the conduct for that, because I know when I was listening to the stream the other night, you guys in chat, there was some confusion as to how to react. I think it was Fresh was trying to pass 2 GT4 cars, and he had to wait because they were side by side battling, which is perfectly the right thing to do. And unfortunately it'll slow you down, but in the next race, the person you're racing against may get the same problem. They've got to wait for the GT4 cars.
It's racing, guys. That's how it unfolds.
It's how multi-class racing is. Think about how it would look if you ended up with 4 or 5 different classes on the track, and you have to treat each class as a separate entity. So blue flags for you on GT3 cars means that the same thing basically as all day long with the other cars, except the other classes don't have to yield for you at all, because GT3 car is going to be the faster car there. You can come out the corner and you can accelerate past them, no problem. You just need to give them the room and the space, and you'll be fine. So,
George, is there anything else you would like to part regarding TNT or?
No, come join us next week.
I'm sure.
Starts again.
George will keep kind of putting up a wee post every now and again. Keep an eye on the newcomers coming in, and obviously, if ever I'm on and I see anyone, I then always click on their name and check and see what kind of reactions they've pressed, and then I try and direct them as best I can. But
I've been doing that. I've been doing that almost every day now for like the last month. Just
stop trying to pitch your drivers. Stop trying to pick your drivers.
Do you do you have? Are you going to go straight into the new season, or are you having a bye week where you're having maybe a one-off race or
anything? We did not race this week. This week is a bye week, and then next week we'll pick up again.
Okay. So you're just having a 1 week break.
Take a week off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right back in. Why not?
Yep. Dive right back in.
After tonight's podcast, FRL'Cast, sorry, I'll correct that. I think you're going to have the Mold chatting in the TNT chat channel.
Yeah. So I'll be posting all around. So be on the lookout.
Cool. And who's going to be your artist of choice for your artwork this season?
I did all the artwork this season.
Did you?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
You want to do it again?
Yep. Let's see. For first season was Gio. He did it, but then I wanted to take my hand at it and try it out, and so I did it for this season.
Perfect.
So yeah. Thank you, Gio, for doing all that. By the way.
Yes. Absolute genius.
He's a busy man.
Genius when it comes to a helicopter.
That sounds mad as well. Helicopter.
Right, keep it PC.
So.
And thank you very much for coming on and taking your time out of your day for us.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm off to soccer. Yep.
Good luck, and I hope you don't get kicked in the shin.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Gio.
All right,
Georgie.
All right, thank you guys.
Catch you well, man.
Thanks.
Catch you well. So, in the chat, Chris, we have just been asked by Neil Woodward.
Oh no.
His question is about the Honda will Why is no one trying the Honda?
So good evening, FRL'Cast. Here's a question of the week. Why has none of the FRL tried the Honda? Will be a brilliant car when I get used to the setup on it. Do you know what? It was rapid round that last night round Suzuka.
When I watched him on his live stream on Twitch, he was doing well. He just needs to get some consistency with that car because he dropped down the order slowly.
Yes.
But, I don't think that's a good enough question. Well, you need to come up with a proper question.
something that busts.
Something that actually, yeah. And then we got Mr. Ben. Is that? I almost said Bin Laden there, but it's Ben Milden.
We haven't covered it off yet. So I was going to wait. I'm patient.
But we're going to start off with the only PC race that's going to run this week. Because everything else is off, which is the Ferrari World Tour.
Right. Okay.
So we might as well start with that one, wouldn't we?
That was tonight's race actually.
That was tonight's race. Yes. There was a large P4 to P1 was quite close. But Zabo actually managed to finish in first again, and the other guys had a bit of a more miserable night.
John Beaton.
So he had a miserable night. He got destroyed early on.
He's not the referee for the Scottish League, can I just say?
No, he's from the Netherlands.
He's from the Netherlands, and his name's John Beaton. He just carries the same name, probably just as famous in his own right. And he came second, so he kept Zabo on his toes. Simonara was brilliant tonight. I kind of had a few kind of battles with him tonight, but I didn't want to kind of hold him up.
You were fighting with Omar quite a few times.
I was fighting with most of the guys from 4th, 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
And like I say, I made it up to 4th because I think they'd had a couple of kind of like spins and smashes into the wall. Omar took himself out right at the top of the hill, just as we were about to go down into the S's. And if it wasn't for my cat-like reflexes, I got by him quite cleanly. But it looks like he had a bit of a kind of stinker tonight.
But I would like to thank all of these guys for actually showing up, and we lost a bit of attendance. We put in a vote to see if we were going to finish the full season, and they voted to do it, but we dropped a 30-minute race for the last two. But I do want to thank them all for showing up for pretty much all the races. They were brilliant.
Zoltan Zabo, everything you bloody touch turns to gold. Well done tonight, mate. That was fantastic. So.
And as it is the last race, we'll do the wee challenge one, because I still finished third even though I missed the last two races.
Finished top even though you missed 2 races.
But I tell you, had Mr. Guerrero not had the DNF in 2 races that he lost, he would have overtook me.
Do you know what that means still?
What? I get a wee
get to have a trophy.
I get a wee trophy, I do.
You have a wee trophy next to your name.
So starting, the next race will be the Porsche and Lambos on Tuesday. Yes. So every day we're moving over, but
are we going to take a break, or is it going to skip over to next week, or are we going to do like a rest week?
Do you know what? I think there's a week's rest.
Right, let's have a look.
Find it. Here it is. Yeah. Have a quick look at it since we're going
May
to
17th.
do it shortly.
So
May 17th. It's going to be 2 weeks rest.
Cool. Excellent.
And we've got 8 and 8, so we've got 16 cars with 2 different.
And the night has changed over to a Tuesday now.
It'll be a Tuesday night now, and it'll be 8 o'clock at night.
So.
And you have to have the 75 SA and 3 track medals in order to race on that track. So anybody
this is something that's been brought in by the kind of PC admin, just to make things as kind of like clean and as kind of like above board as best as possible. And it's working a treat. It works a treat.
Now, if memory serves, I think the rookie series starts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a quick look at that real quick.
It does indeed.
Yep, so tomorrow the rookie series starts, and also the British GT is running as well.
We've got 30 eager beavers looking to get involved, so that's absolutely...
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have all 30, because like I say, the British GT will be running at the same time.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the British GT is almost at the end of the season, but Thursday was the best night, and everybody voted for the rookies to go on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Once a month, the British GT runs on a Thursday, so it's only one month. That once we get to the end of the rookie series, we'll actually do the other British GT, and then the British GT will be done. And I think we're moving that to the opposite Saturday of the month from the endurance.
Right.
So they'll start back up, but it'll be on a Saturday, I think.
Okay.
So you'd have a week off endurance, a week off GT, British GT, a week off, and so on. But I don't know how accurate I am with that.
Can we just see the calendar there? It's a 4-roster calendar, and it's Barcelona, Misano, Nürburgring.
I get what you mean now. Sorry, I thought you meant
That's
the
okay,
calendar.
So
yeah, it's only four races. As soon as the season's done, it will start up instantly with 3 further races. Because it follows the exact same route of courses as what it does for the GT3 Friday. The purpose being that, like yourself, you had to go in and do a bunch of laps on Barcelona to get your hot stints done, because you've not raced as much on PC. So your track medals aren't there for all the tracks. You come into the rookie series, you race on the race, you can get your track medals the race before your GT3, and hopefully get your SA up above 75 if you've lost some. Also, it's there for any new people coming in that don't have anywhere close to that SA. There's no safety rating for it. We just still ask you to drive safely.
Cool, excellent. It's a very good concept, and it filled up quite quickly as far as I can remember.
It did. I think partly because, like I say, on PC, if you've got an open choice for GT3 cars, it's going to fill up regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's anybody that wants to join, you can register as a reserve, and if there's anyone that doesn't show up, we will try and get you in that original race. But if they don't tell us they're not showing up, then I think they have 2 or 3 races that they can miss, and then we'll get you in, and you'll be able to join up for the next one.
Excellent.
So, yeah. But other than that, the British GT race is the only other one that's racing, and that's tomorrow as well.
Right. So, okay.
We talked about the last race a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, the Ferrari was the last one to run this week, and then the other ones will be starting. And the Porsche
It's Brands Hatch tomorrow, is it?
Brands Hatch, yes. Yep, we have Brands Hatch race tomorrow. Excellent. So let's move on to the mixed Mondays for last night, will we?
Yes.
Well, not last night, it was 2 nights ago. Do you want to go to the standings first, or do you want to actually talk about the race itself?
So,
there was a couple of guys were asking about the race itself as well.
It's obviously it's across both PS4 and PS5. So with the PS4, it's a grid of 20 cars. It filled up quite quickly, actually. 10 of the cars are GT4s, 10 of the cars are GT3s. And they've been paired up in teams as well. Now on the PC, the PS5, it's a 30-car grid, so there's 20 spots for GT3 and 10 spots for GT4. And what they did with that was we've turned it into teams of 3, just to make it that little bit more interesting. So 2 GT3 cars and 1 GT4 car racing around the track, all the same livery. And tearing the grey stuff up as best we can. Can I just point out, if everyone's watching the stream just now, that bear in mind the qualifying session is set where the GT3 cars go out and do the first 10 minutes. Then and if you cross that finish line and you're on a hot lap just before the 10 minutes finishes, you can finish your hot lap. You then must obviously cross that line, slow down as quickly as you possibly can, pull over and port back to the pits. Doing this, it just opens up the opportunity for the GT4s to then get out and start doing their laps, and they're not being hindered by any of the cars. A few of the GT3 guys ended up continuing round, and they were probably another 4 or 5 minutes in, and I had to quickly message them through their PlayStation accounts or on Discord to try and get them to come off the track, just as a reminder. So there's no sanction at this time, but we need to be aware. We post up driver briefings and the FRL announcements, the race day announcement chat. So have a look over them. If anyone's got any questions or any problems at all with any of the posts that we put in there, just give me a wee DM and I can discuss it with you at all. That's good. Thank you. And with the PS4, Woody is your point of contact. And with the PS5, it is between myself and Crazies. So, any questions?
I liked the last time I was in a GT3, GT4 mixed Mondays race was before the PlayStation update, and I thought it was brilliant to see the GT3 cars were doing their 10 minutes, and I came in early and I was sitting watching, and I waited for the GT4 cars to come out, and there's Will Friedman sitting at the line waiting to go for his 10 minutes, and about 3 or 4 other GT4 cars all sitting behind them. They were lined up waiting to go out like they do in the Formula 1.
Action to get out. Oh, yeah. That's great, man. That's great.
It was good to
Absolutely
watch.
Brilliant.
But yeah, getting on to the point of that, I think it'll just take a bit of time. We've not had a mixed Monday since the update, and we've got a lot of new bodies in there that are maybe not so sure about it.
Scroll down slightly, and if you just see it's a 4-race calendar. So we started in Monza there on Monday. We've got Donington coming up next Monday, Misano the week after, and then finishing off in Nürburgring. So quite a nice, competitive, small calendar, just to kind of teeter folk back into the mixed Monday way of life, and then it'll hit hard next one. So let's have a look at the standings. So after race 1,
are we doing teams or just the driver?
We'll do everything. Okay. Let the guys see.
On you go, talk away.
So Renviller, Briz, and Rico Vantage, Mr. Rico Vantage himself, who always seems to bleat on any of the chats. Oh, I'm so slow, I'm not really good at this track, and then he comes in and starts doing free practice, and everyone's jaw just goes.
He won slammers there, didn't he? When I was watching. GT Jamie had a wee off, but I mean, even at that, he managed to catch back up to him, but he just couldn't pass him.
Yeah.
So he's obviously not a slow driver.
No, it's rapid and consistent. But that's just going to. If you look how tight the points are, I know I keep saying it, he's probably sick of bloody hearing me saying it. It's going to make it interesting. A small 4-race calendar. It's going to be tight across the board, to be fair. Right, then have a look at the GT4s, who were out on track at the same time. And I Am Slow managed to
KTM,
just pit.
That's a car.
Mm-hmm. He just managed to pit Will Friedman and Bruce Bala in 3rd spot. Woody just always thereabouts. He had a nice consistent 4th spot, and then he went on to do Tequila Slammers on a Tuesday night and ended up having one of the best races of his life. 58 minutes, somebody in his rear mirror constantly. It's great. And the PS4 teams. So the team names, we've got Slowly Motorsport, their racing team, Omega Racing, Stoned Wheels Racing, Briz, Kiss My Assault Motorsport, Dusty Dolphins, BMW Fresh, Gentlemen Start Your Devices, No Idea Motorsport, and DRP Duck Racing Team.
What?
So
BMW Fresh Racing, I take it that's not Fresh Brizzle then? He's up here, is he not?
Briz is the Stoned Wheels Racing, he's in the Bentley and his teammates in the Ginetta.
So
So
then
on
at
the
the
PS5. And we had Ben Milden had a Stormer, and so did Keno and Jetpack Nebula. I think it was fairly tight actually, between the top 5 as far as I can remember. It could have went either way, to be fair. Let's pop down and see the GT4s. So like I say, there's a grid of 20 GT3s and 10 GT4s. Obviously not every single spot's finished, filled yet, but if you just have a look, the usual suspects up there in the top 3. So Michael Race's Crazies and Martin Road Racing. SJ Disco and Andy Cra as well, kind of putting that mighty Janetta through its paces, getting 4th and 5th. And then your usual suspects kind of bringing up, I think TK Drifter himself, he had a bit of a kind of, I think he qualified fastest, and then something had happened, and then he had a bit of kind of technical difficulties, he got disconnected, he came back in, which is brilliant. Thanks very much for doing that. That's the mentality we want. Try and stick to the end of the race as best you can. On PS5 you don't necessarily get that much of a lag, but it does happen. However, coming back in and finishing the race was great, but he unfortunately got a drive-through on the last lap, and instead of driving round and going over the line, he drove round and then just went back into the pits. And his pit box right at the end, so he did cross the finish line. But obviously, as a nice league that we are, we gave him his spot. So we've got Alicia Racing, Alitalia Racing, Rush Hour with your 2 Beamers. Stay Frosty, I love that. That's got a good Aliens vibe to it. Team Fanny Tech, love it. Majestic Motorsport, Redeem Motorsports myself, and Redeemer Daz, and we've got Andy Cra, I think, is the Janetta with us as well. Can't remember.
There's got to be a couple of Americans at the 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven Motorsport, ABS Racing, and the Moist Mercs. 7-Eleven Motorsport, they posted up a car, and I spotted the colours, and I posted up, why don't you call yourself 7-Eleven Motorsport, and they went with it.
So what was it, green and yellow and stuff?
Green, white, and red. You know that kind of 7-Eleven logo.
Yeah. So that's that as well, because most of
tacos if you look at Slammers,
Slammers has not started yet. None of them have started up again.
We did an off-season. We did a pre-season at Suzuka.
So more or less done with that. So
yeah.
What we could look at is the super race. See if anybody else is qualified yet.
Let's see what lap times are going in there. We'd really like this super race to take place, guys. So everyone, have a wee look in the channel and see what you need to do. You literally just need to go on to Brands Hatch, any car of your choice, set it up to the just normal, like kind of perfect race conditions, and just go around the track as fast as you can and get your laps in.
I think PS4 has enough teams, does it not? Or enough drivers?
Well, there's 13 so far. Ideally, we want a full grid. So,
but I think it was 13 was a minimum cut off for PS4. If memory serves.
Ideally, we want 20. Ideally, we just need 7 more people to put as fast a lap time in as you can, and then you create a ticket, and then post up in that ticket. You post up a screenshot of your times, and they'll get added onto here, and you'll be taking part in the race. So if we pop in and see the PS5, apologies.
Oh, PS5's up to 19 now.
Yeah. Ideally we want 30 drivers for that, but that's definitely enough drivers to kind of at least get something going.
Yeah,
I put in a time on the PS4 and the PS5, so obviously for numbers wise, I'll race in whatever one's required. If I'm needed to race the PS4 one, I'll do that. But right now, it's looking like both races are going to take place. GT Jamie with his Alien 22971.
Yeah.
It's controversial.
22971. Why is it controversial?
I'll let him tell you.
Is that because he put it on perfect weather, perfect tyres and all that?
We'll
So
see what I think.
if you don't give them parameters, then that's not. I mean, that's what's going to happen. You need to give people parameters. He's not really done anything wrong there.
Rico Vantage is saying a good idea might be a 25-minute quali, so 10 for GT3s and 5-minute break in the last 10 minutes for GT4. That allows everyone to sort themselves out.
The only problem with that is you can sit for about. You'll be sitting for about 15 minutes. Everybody will be sitting for a good 15 minutes.
But what that does is it gives the GT4s, at least the GT3s, the chance to get that extra lap in. And then they don't have to worry about the GT4s coming out the pits at the same time. I know there's the runoff and stuff like that is there, but it's a good idea. I really like that idea. That's something we can put to the panel.
So, still only 15 PC, so I don't know if the PC want to go ahead.
Darren Mark saying, can a few more tracks be added to the calendar? At the moment, Darren, sorry, it's just a 4-race calendar, just to kind of break it back in. And then obviously when the next season kicks in, we'll have a look at a kind of larger calendar. So that was the kind of small but very...
Yes, it's kind of a quiet couple of weeks.
Aye, so we've transitioned now, so...
Just as it's coming through.
We're tiding over from, we've just finished Tacos, which was amazing. That was a fantastic season there. That was season 4. Season 5's due to start next week with the poster. The calendar's been posted up. It's going to be a 10-race calendar. There's 3 special events in there as well. If you want to have a wee read over it, I've pinned it into all the channels necessary, including the fact that Tequila Slammers itself runs along the same calendar, only it'll be like 25-minute sprints on normal race days, and any special events will be a 40-minute sprint. So let's have a wee look here. Look at the pins. So the calendar is, we start off at Zolder on May 10th. I'm probably better bringing that up, haven't I, in the thing? How do I do this again?
It's a square button with the arrow pointing up, and you find the window that you're looking for.
Window.
Don't look out your window, I'm talking about the window on your computer. Jesus, boy. So,
There we go.
do you have a alien of the week for tonight as well?
I shall do it.
Or have you neglected your alien of the week?
No. So is that up on the cast?
Yes, it is.
So we have Zolder.
Do we have Pitbull on PC or PlayStation?
It's just as part of our kind of ongoing affiliations.
Well, you could have put up SimGrid then, because it's actually used
I
on...
think because it was all in red, he's maybe removed that from there or accidentally deleted it.
I was going to say, I think SimGrid would probably be more applicable than Pitwall, because I think Pitwall's only for PC. And then SimGrid, we've actually got a couple of PlayStation events on there.
Yeah. So that's the calendar there. It doesn't depict on there what the actual special events are. So what I'm going to do is...
Well, is Bathurst not one since it's got a star next to it?
It is, but...
So the ones with the stars, it would be then with that?
Jump to this. So this is our... Let's have a look.
You can't just sit and ignore the guys while you look for the stuff, Chris. It's just me and you here, we can't have a conversation.
So this is the kind of the breakdown here. Let's look. So that just tells us how many slots are in each of the actual venues themselves. But the special events are going to be 90-minute races, and this first special event is going to be Nürburgring, which is Tuesday 24th of May, which is race day 3. Then your next special event's going to be race day 6 at Kyalami, 90 minutes. There's a couple of night races in there as well, which will kind of throw things, and then we've got the finale at my favourite track, Bathurst, with double points. Again, that's 100% going to throw everything into the mix. So what's everyone saying in the chat?
Oh, you turned it off.
Oh, what did I turn off?
You turned off the share on the screen. I just sent you a nice wee message in Discord when you went and clicked off it.
Hi. So, it's a short one tonight, guys.
It's a short one, yes, because Georgie couldn't make it, and then Christopher was late to the show, so hasn't eaten, and I was getting things together, and I've not eaten either.
No, I've eaten. I'm just, it's a short one tonight. It's off season. We've got.
There's little going on just now, isn't there?
Aye. There's always something going on. I mean, if you've got any sort of questions and stuff, like the Discord's always a really good platform to just ask away.
Woody, you got a final question for us before we go? Chris, we've still got the Alien of the Week to do.
Yeah.
So if you can get that question in real quick, we'll see what you've got.
Now with Alien of the Week this week, I'm going to obviously do PC again and PlayStation. But what I'm also going to kind of say, guys, is I'm going to be posting up again in the website our Driver of the Month voting. What I need you to do is go on and put your votes in. It was quite popular last month, but we want more votes this month. So I'll get something over to Will, and Will will get it posted up as quickly as possibly can. And then the voting's usually open for about 4 or 5 days, and it'll allow you to all pop in and and get your votes posted and stuff. So Alien of the Week, I think this.
Have you thought about this one, or are you just making it up as you go along? Then?
No. Alien, I've been kind of watching. He's always there or there. He's a great driver. He's involved in a few of your races as well. He's quite rapid. I had a nice wee conversation with him. He surprised me the other day, actually, asking if he would like to team up for tacos for season 5, and I had to say no. Me and Sean are teaming up again for another season. So me, Iceman Sean UK are teaming up. But my driver, my Alien of the Week for PlayStation, is going to go to AMS 1110. Again, I think he kind of goes under the radar. If you have a look in his profile, he's involved in a hell of a lot of races, and he's always up there. He's always getting some really good consistent laps. Namely, I mean, he's part of the tacos. He's part of the Arrive and Drive and Survive. He's part of the PS5 Endurance. He's doing Mixed Mondays as well. So he's came into the server. He's been doing really, really well, and I say really well. He's been making like kind of waves. He's been doing fantastic every race he's getting in. So he's kind of fairly quickly becoming a recognised alien, so to speak. So that's my PlayStation Alien of the Week. Now with PC, I don't take a lot. I've not been racing a lot on the PC, and our driver of the day submissions, it's far and few between.
I don't think it's something that the PC guys are that interested in, really.
No, but the reason I'm giving this guy, who is absolutely unequivocally Keddy pace rapid. Keddy pace rapid is an understatement. He's just very recently been added to the admin support team as well, so he's going to be helping quite a lot, I think, with things like he is part of the steering team, but he's going to be helping with quite a lot of things in the PC. It races quite a lot of PC races as well. I'm going to give the Alien of the Week for PC to Amir Casatarash.
So
and I'm very sorry if I
destroyed his name.
Pronounced that really badly.
His name is Phoenix on Discord and on the.
Yes.
You see him come up.
Casatarash. He's now part of the admin support team. He's part of the stewarding team, like I said, and he's going to be probably making some crazy waves in season 3 of the PC Pure Sim Gear, which starts this coming Friday.
I think he's got his PC stock crashing as well now.
Yes, he was having a bit of an issue, but he's
that could be scary for people to be worried about as well.
His times that he posted in were rapid, and he's in the pro.
I tell you what, if you ever look at his calendar, he sent his calendar to the guys on the place to the PC.
Mm-hmm.
His daily calendar must consist of no less than 5 races a day.
No, just races constant. So, Ams, you're my Alien of the Week for PlayStation, and Casatresh for the PC. Well done, guys. Tough cut. Do you want to bring up very quickly just the hot laps?
I would like to say something real quick before we move on to that. About we have 3 new people that have just joined the stewards as well. We got Jester, DJ Disco, I think that's the right name, and we've got Cascanova. We've been needing new stewards for the PS side, and they've come on board. They're still learning the ropes a little bit, but they're actually getting on very, very well, and I'd like to say thank you to those guys for taking up some of the slack for me and Gio. It's amazing for you guys to come in, and you're learning very quickly, and we much appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So you said you want to see the hot laps?
Aye, so those Keddy posted it up, just showing the list of pro drivers and the list of AM drivers.
Right.
For the new up and coming GT3.
I'll see if I can find it. Where was it at in the new GT3 list, I'd imagine?
Aye, Pure Sim Gear. Season 3.
Yeah, Season 3, let me pick announcements. Yeah, there is. Give me 2 seconds, boys and girls.
This is so that we can get the PC guys involved as well. I mean, we don't see many PC guys coming in and talking on our live feeds and our live chats, but...
Yeah, I try to get them everybody involved, so...
Of course.
Let's see here. So, if we start with this...
We've got Rico Vantage saying, I love Kyalami, Nürburgring and Bathurst 90 minutes. Woo, a wee exclamation mark.
I'm pretty sure
and Ams just gave us a wee response saying, pressure on Chris. Thanks for encouraging words, mate. You're welcome, Ams. You are welcome.
I'm pretty sure you had something to do with 90 minutes of nerves.
Who did?
You.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. This is it's actually the tracker for AM and Pro. I don't think they've been put into the exact tiers yet, but this is all the times. So starting from
this is on Barcelona. Can we just add at the top?
So starting from the top to the 23rd on this page, we got these
who's at
guys
the top?
Amir's at the top.
Casatresh.
Yes.
Well done, son.
With a 143. Wow.
Rapid.
But I mean, you look at the guys, and they're all right there. The first 8 places are all 143. There's your Honda.
Tough, Keddy.
There's your Honda, Woody. Look, your Honda can do it. Traction Dave's in there. Oh, we're meant to be covering his name up so as Michael doesn't see it. Don't look, Michael.
Oopsie.
Michael's let him out to play and he's winning.
He's in the top 10 with the times anyway.
Yeah.
So only going to get faster.
Just looking through them. And there's, everybody will remember Tug.
Doug, Mr. Bademshi, right at the bottom there, but still a 44.6. Just look at how competitive that is.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It's between 1:43.3 and 1:44, so it's 1.3 seconds between 23 people.
Wow, the races are going to be epic.
So
epic,
then we'll move
epic.
over to the second part of the table. We've got 24 down to 46. And remember, some of these guys are going to be in the AM, not the morning, but the amateur side. So we're still on 144s from 23rd. Let guys have a quick look at their names and stuff. Coming down. So in total, it only goes up to 147s. We've got James sitting there in 42nd. Give him a wee shout out. And he's McLaren.
Ian
in
43rd.
Yeah, he's taking the line off, so he's starting to struggle with it again, but he'll pick it up, I know.
Mm-hmm. Wolfgang Kuhn, every time there's a PC race, he's always there.
Oh, yeah.
Hat off to the guy.
That's the same with
Get him a t-shirt.
Nicholas Nelson and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys are all there. I'd imagine the cut-off for the amateur side is going to probably be around the 145 mark.
Right, let's have a look.
See, 145 would start here at 29, but I don't know exactly what it's going to be. So Michael...
Michael Van Ries, that's Dark Horror.
Yes, he would be like your first person into the AM and everybody under him.
No way, he's too rapid for AM.
What are you going to put in the amateur? You're just going to put a 147 in the amateurs and that's it? you've got to pick a time.
True.
So eventually, I would imagine 145 would be a happy medium between 143 and 147. But it's not going to be easy. You're going to you have to make a hard decision on when you're going to put the times up.
It's just going to be a 50-50 a middle point.
I had originally thought if you take the 115% from the fastest time.
Mm-hmm.
I think just about everybody covers that 115%.
Even the slower guys?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's 46 people. We've got 4 people that have not done a hot stints, and they will be removed from the series. There's also a Mr. Gedman that's not in there. What happened to your time, Mick?
It's all sorted.
Was it? Okay, did it go in?
I don't know.
It might not have gone in before these pictures went up then. I don't know.
Right, okay.
I'll talk to Keddy, see what he says.
I know I was the slowest, but you
said something about a 149 or something?
Slower than that, but I was ill when I done it. Really badly ill. Still ill just now.
Maybe you got kicked out.
I'm absolutely hanging right now. I'm like a boiled sock. I'm burning up here.
So there you go, guys. That's just a quick look at what kind of times they're putting in on PC and how close it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not it's a scary situation. I'm very proud that I managed to make it into 6th place in the amateurs last year, because even the amateurs are quite rapid.
Mm-hmm. So to answer Woody's question about the Honda, I think people are scared to drive it. Honda is a very, very, very twitchy car, but get in Woody's ear. He's managed to tame. I don't think he got it to the point where it was keeping his tyres without tearing a piece of rubber off the tyre by the end of the Suzuka kind of race, but he
didn't spend enough time getting the setup together. He said that himself.
I think he's went and he's got instinct and it's worked. Yeah. He's maybe been fight bait and it's been controllable.
You might find a lot of people are scared to use the Honda because on a safe setup and on a safe setup it's okay, but on the aggressive setup it's very, very difficult to drive. Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of setups out there that people have made and shared. They're not easy to find. But
God, I'm tired.
We've actually made it to an hour and 15 minutes, which is the regular required time.
So we have.
So we're not finished early after all.
We could talk our brass that are way out like a brass donkey.
But we have managed to make people falling asleep because there's only 6 people left to chat.
Yeah, excellent.
But I do think
Right,
we're going to call it a night.
Yes.
And we will see you guys next week. Next week is Mr. James Williams doing his normal once a month. We actually switched up this month because we want to get Georgie in before the season started.
Yes.
But next week, James will return to his usual time of 10 o'clock to 10:30, and then off to bed before the lights come on.
Before the street lights come on and it gets grumpy.
Yes.
So, just a wee parting statement. AMS, Alien of the Week for PS, and Casa Tres, Alien of the Week for PC. Well done, guys. Well deserved. Unsung heroes. Casa Tres, you race too much. You're like me, you obviously don't have a partner, you don't have a life. So, I think I'm now over 230 races on PlayStation alone at the moment.
A week?
No, just in total. Probably more.
If you weren't working, it would be 250 a week.
If I never worked and this was my thing, I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't sleep. I'd be driving like that.
Do you not drive like that anyway?
Oh, it's waiting that coming.
Right,
So
guys.
again, guys, if you next week, please let's get some questions into me. It's Formula Racing League 0@gmail.com, and if you want to pop onto the website, it's Formula Racing League .com to have a wee look. .co.uk. To have a wee look at everything that's on there to offer. We've got our app that gives you setups. We've got all of our series that are finished and current. We have our trophy room. We've got our hot stints. Everything that we've been looking at tonight, you can go and have a wee look yourself. The more you go on, the better. Anytime you need any questions asked, or if you want to see if there's any spaces available, pop on and see if there is. I'm always available. It's like I say at the end of a DM, so send me a message if you need anything at all. And a parting message to say, we've had a good few guys kind of been drafted into the admin support team to help us run all these new leagues. So on the website, you're going to have the league managers' names. So if you do have any questions at all for anything, you can go direct to your league manager, or you can just come to me, whatever suits.
I would say go to Chris, he doesn't get enough messages.
I think I woke up yesterday morning, there was like, I don't know, maybe about 5 or 6 directed right at me, like kind of DMs wise, but there was about 180 notifications on my phone. But it's good, I like it. It means I get up and I can browse through and get up to speed with as much as I possibly can and just keep it going.
Yep. So thank you all for coming, guys, and hope to see you next week.
Yes.
Keep up your FRL life.
Yes. And some exciting times coming ahead where the new Tackle Tuesday season going to kick off, and we've got our Endurance Friday that same week. That'll be our round 4 as well, so keep an eye out for those check-ins popping up, guys.
And we'll be starting the Twitch videos for the races again this week.
Yeah.
Friday coming, you should be able to hear a familiar voice commentating on the GT3 Fridays. Watch it, guys.
What's this on PC?
Yes.
Sorry?
Tune in to watch.
Tune in where?
On the comms channel, Twitch.
The socials channel, which will
Yes.
take you directly to whatever comms are up
Yes.
there. So
So have a good one, lads, and catch up with you later. Peace.